Good evening, everybody. What's going on? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday.
Yep.
Eric, what's going on, buddy? How you doing?
Good. How about you?
Oh, man, I'm hanging in and hanging on. That's all we can do these days, isn't it?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, my goodness. Well, real quick, before we get started, I want to let you know, in case you guys didn't see, I posted the comment up on the screen. Actually, I'll send it up there again. I'm going to give away a 1 month coaching plan this evening. The only thing you have to do to be eligible to win is put hashtag nutrition in the comments. And about an hour and a half or so after the live's over, I'll go through and we'll pick a name from all the people that put that hashtag in there. And somebody will win a free month of nutrition coaching from me. So
Sounds good.
yeah, I figure I'll throw that out there. So this evening we want to talk a little bit about CBD and its benefits. I know I myself I started using you guys' products pretty much as soon as you guys hit the market with them.
Yeah.
Because I was having a lot of issues with my knees, and because of that, I couldn't sleep and things of that nature. And man, I'm telling you, the CBD drops just helped me relax and sleep so well, and the balm took away the pain. I mean, it was actually
Yep.
it's just amazing. So, but from a manufacturer's aspect, um, what would you say are some of the key benefits outside of the two that I just touted that people can get out of CBD use?
There's all kinds of benefits, and if you get the good stuff like we make, because you got to watch what you're buying. But yeah, if you get the good stuff, the pure CBD that people are actually they've developed a good formula.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So
There are a lot of
I mean, it's the
companies
same
out
kind of
there.
stuff you just mentioned, but there are a lot of them, and
Yeah. There are a lot of companies out there that make CBD, but they take shortcuts.
what
They
yeah, it's like what they do. Like if you look at a bottle of our 500 milligram CBD drops, that means that
Okay.
there's 500 milligrams in that ounce.
Okay.
500 milligrams per ounce. We sell it in a 1 ounce bottle, but what you got to watch is if you see something, if you're buying one of those for $30, it's not any good.
No,
Uh,
and a lot of
so
times what'll wind up happening is because some of these less reputable companies they take shortcuts and they make their stuff out of they mix it with actually full blown cannabis rather than hemp because and they wind up getting a little more THC. I believe the limit for THC is zero point zero 0.03. Am I correct?
Yep, and all of ours is tested. We do make full spectrum, and that's all we make right now. We're going to get into some isolate stuff
Okay.
eventually that doesn't have it's 0%. So if you're subject to a drug test, it's probably the one you'd want to use.
Right.
Um, but what happens is these people are going to tell you like we do that there's 500 milligrams in this bottle, but like I said, if they're selling that for $20, $30, they're not putting 500 milligrams. If they are, I want to know where they're buying their raw products. Because
Yeah, because
'cause
I'm
I
sure
can't do it for
it's
that
not cheap.
price.
Yeah, and
No,
it's not cheap, and I'm sure it's heavily federally mandated. I mean, there's got to be a lot of. I can only imagine the procedure book that you guys had to get a hold of when you started making that
yeah.
stuff. I would imagine it's pretty thick.
And when I don't know if you've been in there when we're making it or not, but we weigh everything out. I mean exactly, and it's all
Yeah.
we
Yep.
just we really take our time. It's a really sterile environment because people are putting this stuff in their mouth, in their
Oh,
body.
sure, absolutely.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
but with you guys, I mean, everything you guys make is all natural. For those people that are watching that haven't been to Mountaineer Brand and haven't been through their facility, it is incredibly sterile. They do a really really good job of keeping everything extremely hygienic, making sure that there's no kinds of issues with all their products, not just the CBD, but all their balms
yeah.
and things like that as well. So I mean, that's you guys have been my go-to people for beard stuff forever, and it was just a natural curve when you guys came out with the CBD. I was like, well,
Yeah.
they're the people I trust, so that's who I'm going to use.
Yep.
But now there's some issues going on with the Mountaineer Brand RX website, and I want to get into that. But before we do that, I want to go ahead and show a commercial.
All right.
And we're back. Okay, so let us know what's going on with the website, because I know there's some issues with it where we're having problems getting product right now from the site.
Well, you can still check out through Google Pay, and also Via Bill we have on there, which is it looks to me to still be operating right now, but that's something where it's an arrangement between the customer and Via Bill, but they'll give you the money pretty much interest free.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're buying something like CBD, that's nice. We also have that on our Mountaineer Brand site, but you're not buying stuff that's as expensive on there. But I mean, some people use it still.
Mm-hmm.
But what's happening is we have our merchant services company was in Italy, but and we had a heck of a time back in October, even getting Shopify to let us run a website. They finally permitted it, so we set up a website, but we still couldn't find a merchant services provider.
Right.
So we got this place, SuperPay is who it was. They were in Italy, and they are not around anymore as of last week. From what I understand, I just know our account doesn't work for taking credit cards.
Right.
So it should be in the next couple of days back up. As far as taking credit cards, the site's still up. You can still go through Google Pay or Via Bill.
Okay.
But this has happened to a lot of people, and just luckily for us, we're not doing a whole lot of business with that business anyway right now. So it's like we're not losing a whole lot.
Right.
I mean,
right.
Some orders, but we're not really trying to push it. You can't advertise CBD like you can the Mountaineer Brand product.
Right.
So it's a really tough business to be in, and so in the next couple of days we're getting set up with Square processing, and we'll be
then you'll be good to go, because they're pretty much but it's the same thing that there are a lot of when you get into anything that is what some people would refer to as a gray area. Right now, unfortunately, it doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to you, but CBD use is a gray area for a lot of people, for a lot of state and federal, governments and these different organizations and whatnot. So, and nobody wants to mess with gray areas, it seems. Yeah. So you deal with these different businesses, and they're like, well, you're selling CBD, so I don't know. Look, it's I don't know what the big deal is. All of the cannabinoids that are in the cannabis plant, they've known for hundreds of years the power that's within them and the benefits that they have. It's like our own body has a system built into it that actually receives and manipulates from these cannabinoids. It's called the Endocannabinoid System. And we have receptors that will actually allow us to use a concentrated, streamlined down product like the CBD drops or the balm. It allows our body to actually be able to use it to actually a better extent than would it be if you were just sitting back smoking a doobie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because when you're dealing with marijuana, you're getting all of the cannabinoids, and that's different than, it's just like, I compare it to CBD oil and CBD balm. I compare those products to like a whey isolate protein versus like a whey concentrate or a whey hydrolyzed protein. Isolate is literally 100% just whey protein. It doesn't have any of the other products. It doesn't have any of the lactose. It doesn't have anything. It's just pure protein.
Yeah.
And that's what I like in CBD too. So rest assured, all you people that do buy the Mountaineer Brand CBD products, obviously they're going to have things squared away here real soon, literally with Square. So that works out pretty good.
It is a different website. It's just so people know, it's Mountaineer Brand RX.com.
Yep. Yep.
So it's
Mountaineer
a
Brand
whole
RX.
completely different business with a different tax ID number and the whole thing. It's
Yeah.
just for liability reasons is why we did that.
Oh, sure. Yeah, it makes total sense. Okay, so let's see. We talked a little bit last week about how the company formed and everything like that. What's new on the horizon? What do we got new coming up? What are we going to see new from Mountaineer Brand?
Well, other than what we talked about last week, which is the
Yeah.
still don't have a name yet, the crotch care line, but
Right, right.
that's about it right now. And then a couple things that I think is going to be really nice for some people. And it's because of the COVID crisis that we're going through. We're having a hard time getting our plastic bottles. So in our premium line of beard care products and in our bald head care line, the little 4-ounce amber bottles are going to be glass.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yep. Yeah, and I think that's going to be nice. I just anybody that's listening right now, don't drop it in the shower. So
no, not at all. Don't drop them in the shower. So let's see. So you still haven't come up with a name for the crotch care kit.
We've got a list of them, but we hadn't really finalized it. So anybody has any suggestions?
I'm waiting to hear the winner. I really am. I think we should have a poll on the website. I think we should put a poll out there and let your customers, submit some names. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to try this week on the Mountaineer Brand Facebook page. I want to try to get a poll up there because I want to start hearing from some of the viewers of this show. I want to hear about what topics they want us to talk about. I mean, like I said last week, this is about more than just beard care and bald head care and all that. It's about anything and everything that we as men have to go through on a daily basis. I want to talk about nutrition. I want to talk about, how you juggle being a family man and, trying to keep yourself fit and spending time with the kids and making a living and all that stuff, because those are all different things that are important to us. And I mean, let's face it, I'm not knocking women, but women have their little support groups. They got their things and, they all click together and talk, and that's great. That's fantastic. But us guys, come on, what do we sit around and talk about most of the time?
Yeah.
So I definitely want to get into some topics that, I think would be beneficial to our viewers. So we definitely need to get that stuff out there. Let's see. Oh, we got some more people popping up in here. 30-day reviews is saying good day. How you doing, sir? And of course, Tom's back. What's up, my bearded friends? Not much, buddy.
Guys?
We're just hanging on. You guys got anything you want to talk about? You got any questions for Mr. Mountaineer or myself? We are here. Just put them in the comments and we will definitely get them answered. Oh my goodness. Whew. Man, when you talk a lot, your mouth just gets all dried out.
You need to upgrade.
See. Yeah. Oh no. When I upgrade to that, bad things happen.
Hey,
I haven't done that for like 30 years.
It's the tequila that Dwayne Johnson, The Rock.
Oh yeah.
That's what that is.
Is it good?
It's pretty good. I'm just sipping it slow.
Yeah, I was never a big tequila fan, but I've heard from a lot of people that it's pretty good. Let's see. 30 Days Review says, sounds like he wants to be a little closer to the art of manliness, covering a great number of subjects. That's great, I think. Yeah, yep. Well, I mean, maybe not the art of manliness, but, I mean, come on. This is the Midweek Man Show. And, we wanted to, I mean, I know as men, especially in today's society, we've got a lot of stuff on our mind. We're not just worried about sitting back and scratching our nutsack and watching TV and we got a lot of things on our mind, especially nowadays. It's crazy, so it is what it is.
Yep.
Okay. So 30-day reviews wants to know, what razors are we currently using on our heads? What about you, Eric?
When I shave it, usually like today, I just cut it close with the clipper. But when I do shave it, I just use that Gillette, the kind that flexes and has the 3 blades. And,
right. Yep.
Yeah, it's just to me, it's the best well, it's not the best, but it's the easiest thing for me, I think.
Right.
Instead of changing blades and
Yeah, changing blades sucks. I
yeah.
agree. I don't like to do it a whole lot. Yeah, I'm knocking back cold water, and I don't know if his tequila's cold or not, but
No, it's just the no
room
shots. I'm
temperature.
just
He's
sipping.
just sipping. Well, they say that's some sipping tequila anyway. You
Yeah,
know, that's not one of those that you just hit the shots all the time.
yeah,
Definitely,
that's no fun.
right. No, not at
Not
all.
anymore.
Yeah, when we were probably about 20, 30 years ago, it was fun though.
Yeah.
Okay, Johnny wants to know what. Oh, I didn't talk about how I shave my head. I usually shave my head like I shave my head every week, but I don't blade shave it every week. I use an electric razor. I use one of the Palm Bulldog razors.
Mm-hmm.
I use that like 2-3 weeks in a row. And then like once a month I'll do a good blade shave on it, because there is sometimes when you use the electric razor that you do get some missed hairs and whatnot. And I don't know about you, but the hair on my head seems to grow like this shit, because I just,
Yep.
I try to shave it and I got to go this way and then this way and then this way and this way.
Yep.
It's more trouble than it's worth. So I hit it once a month with a blade, but other than that, I use an electric razor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now Johnny wants to know what our workout splits are right now. Mine is currently nothing, unfortunately. Oh well,
Man.
I take that back. I've got an exercise bike, so I hit that once, sometimes twice a day. But other than that and walking steps, that's about all I got, because I don't have any equipment here at my house. What about you?
Yeah, and I've got pretty much doing the same thing I was doing in the gym. I'm 50 years old, so I'm I'm not using the weight that John's using, but
Come on now. I've been in the gym. I've seen you work out. Come on now.
I'm not doing sets
Uh-oh.
of 300 pounds on the bench press, but
Yeah. Well, hey.
but yeah, that's pretty much like I'm just doing I'm doing every body part once a week. Like the first day's chest and back, then I do arms, take a couple days off. I'll do legs, like tomorrow will be legs, and then shoulders, and that's about it.
Yep. Yeah. I will say that when I was hitting the gym, when the gyms were still open, my split was I was doing push pull legs, and then so I'd do push pull legs. On the fourth day I would do like arm and ab work. Mm-hmm. And then, every day I was doing some kind of cardio. If I was at the gym, I always do like 10 minutes of cardio just to get the blood flowing, to get the synovial fluid flowing, and to elevate my core temperature in the beginning. And then if I lift, I typically like to do about 20 minutes of cardio at the end. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, hitting the sauna and then a nice cold shower, and it's like I'm good to go. So that's kind of my routine when the gym's open. So let's see here. Brian, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Glad to see you joined us again this week. Let's see. What else we got here? Okay. Well, I tried to send that one and it didn't. There it goes. Okay. Tim says, I just recently bought your bald hair kit and I have a question. When I use the Shine Away, I let it dry for a couple minutes and then put on the moisturizing balm. Put the moisturizing balm on, and I feel like my head gets really shiny about an hour later.
How much are you putting on? That might be part of the problem.
Yeah, well, he also to finish that comment, because it didn't show up. It says, let's see, should I do the Shine Away after the balm? Is what he wants to know.
No, but what you should do, and I guess you could do that. It's designed to put the Shine Away on first, but what I do is I'll put that Shine Away on while it's still a little bit wet. You don't need much balm. Like I would take, for me, probably like a half of a pea size amount. Mm-hmm. Rub that in real good, and while this is still wet, it'll really distribute that balm around.
Yeah.
So, and that's how I do it. But you have to experiment. But if it's greasy, you might be using too much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be what I would say.
Or shiny, whatever. Yeah, he says shiny there. But yeah, that could be what it is. Or if you've just started using it, it's going to take a while before you get that pH balanced out the way it should be. Mm-hmm. If you've been using other stuff,
right?
It might take it a little while. It's just like our deodorant. It's a couple of weeks before that really starts working, because you're
Right.
drawing out all the toxins and
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
all the
indeed.
nasty stuff. So you got to give it a little time. But if you do that and only that and stick with it, it'll take that shine down. That's what mine was. Mine was bad before I started using it.
Right. Mine now, don't let this fool you. I've got a hair light up here, and I got 3 LED lights on my thing. So doesn't matter what I do, my head shines. But when I don't have all these lights on, it's working really, really well.
Yeah.
But Tim said he was using a little bigger than a pea, and he says he's going to go ahead and cut it in half.
Yeah, I'd cut it down, and one there's a test you can do, and this is what I used to do. And when I started realizing there's a problem and I got to do something, but if you take a credit card out of your wallet, take it across your head like a squeegee, and just go like that, and look at the card, and you'll be able to pull a lot of oil like right off the edge, and just keep doing that.
Right.
And mine was bad. Like I'd do that, and I thought I had it. I'd just be sitting around and at the desk and doing that, and 10 minutes later it was back again. So now I don't have my there is nothing. It's like, and there's the card, and there's nothing on there. It's
right.
And it really does make a difference.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So try that.
Well, like I said, I used to have a lot of problems with my head being really, really greasy. And since I've started using your all's products, I haven't. Now, like I said, it's a little deceiving when you sit here and look at me because of the lights I have over my head, but it does a really, really good job. And under normal lighting, like the lighting at your shot is just from your windows and whatnot, and you can see that your head's not shiny. Mine's the same way, but when you have a bunch of lights over your head, it is what it is. Hello, Ufedo. How are you doing, dear? She's one of my friends from over at the Lita group. We were doing some live streaming together last month, so I made sure to share this post in a bunch of different groups and whatnot. So I'm glad she came over and joined us.
Good. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what else. You guys got any other questions? Let's see. 30-day reviews is throwing something else up there. Let's see. Been seeing the ads for the head care kit. Definitely on the list of what I want to get a hold of. Wants to get a hold of that to review it. Seems like you always have some shine, but it's going to not be as shiny if this works like they say. Well, I mean, you can look at Eric's head and you can see that his head is not shiny at all. I mean, there's, any place where you have intense light, you're going to have some shine. Like if you're out in the sunshine, you're going to get some sort of shine off of it regardless. Mm-hmm. What you need to be paying attention to is the shine that's there under normal lighting, okay? Because that's when you know that you don't have a lot of oil and stuff going on.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, let's be realistic. When you're blasting your head with a bunch of light and you don't have any hair to block it, it's gonna reflect. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that.
Yep.
So, yes, Alfredo, he and I are both blessed with lots of hair on our faces. Oh my goodness. All right, guys, you got any other questions? Anything else that you want to talk about here real quick? Oh, wait a minute. Tom popped in there. Is there a shop that you can come buy the products direct, or is it all shipping?
Yeah, you can come directly to our shop, and right now we're doing a curbside service. So if you come to the door, park out front and call, they'll get everything ready for you and take your payment and bring it out, and you can drive off.
That's
and then,
awesome.
So it's in Martinsburg, West Virginia, right off of 81. And the address is on the website. But also after things get back to normal, we'll give tours. And if somebody wants to go through and see the production or the warehouse or whatever, we're happy to give tours.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you guys what, it's really neat to see how they do that stuff. It's pretty amazing. And by the way, all right, we're going to show another commercial and then we're going to come right back. And we're back. Okay, real quick, I want to let you know before we go any further, I want to remind everybody once again, for those of you who joined after the beginning of the show, I'm giving away a 30-day coaching plan this evening. Nutrition coaching. So if you want to be involved in that, if you want to have a chance to win that, I'll work with you for 30 days. We'll do an intake. I'll do a consultation call with you, and then I'll set you up on a nutrition plan and give you some tips and tricks on how to use it. If you guys are interested in that, interested in winning it, just put hashtag nutrition in the comments, and about an hour and a half after the live's over, so that way we give some people time to watch the replay, I'll pick a winner, and I'll get in touch with you, and we'll get the ball rolling. So make sure you get those in there.
Sounds good. That's some good stuff. And I want to give some stuff away too. If
sure,
I'll let you take care of it, John. But I want to give away a 500 milligram CBD drops, a 500 milligram CBD balm, and then we have a headache, migraine, tension relief roller. So we want to give one of each of those away.
Okay. So we'll put hashtag CBD.
Yep. Okay.
Just put hashtag CBD in the comments if you guys want to win that. There's going to be 3 winners. One's going to win the balm, one's going to win the migraine roll, and one's going to win the drops. So you can't beat it, man. We're giving away all kinds of stuff this evening.
And a nutrition package.
Yes, and a nutrition package. Yep. Indeed. All right, let's see. So Tom wants to know, or no, wait a minute, where'd it go? No, it was 30-day reviews wanted to know how often we brush our beards. I brush mine several times a day. I don't know about you.
Mine is usually once, and that's what I usually do is take a shampoo brush through it first just to kind of get it all separated and everything, and then just once a day, then I'll either braid it or do whatever I do, and it stays until the next morning when I take it out and start over again.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
so if I had one like yours, it would be several times a day. It's
I didn't figure you would be brushing more than once a day because of the fact that you keep it braided.
There's not much to do with this.
No, it's just well now, and that's not, you guys might not be able to tell by looking at it, but it's literally from here all the way down long on him. It's not like this here is short and just these hairs are long. It's literally all that long. So, I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever seen any of the commercials where he's had it unbraided and he was doing like different things to the beard to demonstrate, but it is literally all that long. It's awesome.
It's always, Denise always says it's sitting in my lap, and that's exactly what it's doing right now. It's sitting in my lap when I...
It's like a puppy dog.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, 30 days says, sure could use some of that migraine relief. You're right. Migraines are just that. Yeah. They're a pain. I don't personally suffer from them, but I can tell you that I get a lot of tension headaches up the back of my neck. But I use the CBD balm for that. When I get them real bad, I take a little bit of the balm out and I just rub it here on the back of my neck. And I mean, literally, it's like this stuff there's the drops. I got them right there. And then the balm's right here. I literally keep this stuff with me all the time. It's amazing stuff. Got a lot of people wanting CBD and nutrition packages. I like it. Yep. Okay, good. So I was going to talk about something else before we went to commercial, and I forgot what the hell it was. This is what happens when you get old, people. Just remember that. It's what happens when you get old. I think it was something to do with what somebody had commented. Now, we talked about the whole shine with it, the bald head thing. Let me ask you something, Eric. What do you do to keep your head from like chafing in the wintertime? Do you wear a beanie all the time, or is it? I mean, do you go out sometimes without? How do you handle that?
I usually have some kind of protection over it, and it's usually a beanie. When I get in the house, if I've been cold like all day, it's usually on till bedtime. But just keeping that body temperature up.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But I usually put a beanie on it, and I use our bald head care stuff. I've been using it since way before we even released it.
Right.
Just making it in little containers and keeping it around the house.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's what I do.
Yep. Yeah, I do the same thing. Actually, I have literally gotten addicted to fatback hats.
Oh yeah.
When
Yep.
I saw that first one that you were wearing up at, where was it? The Apple Butter Festival.
Yep.
And I was asking you about it, and I hooked up with him on Facebook. And he's got a really interesting story about how he got into making those hats. He actually suffered from a gunshot wound,
Yeah.
and he used the crocheting as therapy to regain the use of his hand after that gunshot wound. So that was pretty neat.
And he's good. And I know, and I'm not exaggerating, I've probably got at least 8, maybe 10 of those hats.
Yeah.
And we were at the Arnold Classic the year before last, and he had a booth set up.
Mm-hmm.
He had hundreds of them that he had made, each one of them by himself, just sitting there for sale. And he sold a lot too.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's a really quality hat, really good hat. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I've been wearing beanies for years, long before I went bald, and I'm gonna tell you what, I've never had a beanie fit me the way these things do. Mm-hmm. It's like they mold to your head, and even when you take them off and when you don't wear them for a while, it's like they shrink back down, and you have to mold them to your head all over again. Yeah. I mean, they got a really comfortable fit.
And I'm not sure if he's got a website, but Fatback Hats on Facebook.
On Facebook, yep, on Facebook and Instagram.
Yep, really good
absolutely.
Stuff.
And he's in the. Actually, you guys will see the end screen that the credits at the end of this. You can actually, his Facebook is listed in there, so just catch it, write it down, and then look him up. He's got some really awesome stuff. Okay, Tom wants to know, what's the best brush or comb to use?
The ones we sell.
Absolutely.
Really, we have a good cactus bristle brush, and if you're looking for cruelty-free, or even if you don't care about that, it's a good brush, and to me it works better than the boar bristle, and it's made from real cactus bristles. Mm-hmm. And then for a comb, I like a wooden comb. The one that we sell is, the teeth aren't wide enough for my beard, but for a beard like yours there, it's perfect for that. Mm-hmm. But mine, it'll get tangled up about right where yours ends. Mine gets tangled up, and
I gotcha.
So
I used to use the I can't remember, the Kent, the plastic combs.
Yeah, they're good.
They're pretty good, but I got a lot of breakage out of them.
Yeah,
I did. I got a lot of breakage. And then I got one of the combs that you guys have, the little one that's almost looks square. Mm-hmm. Dude, that thing is awesome. And I use the same brush, the cactus bristle brush. I've tried the ones with horsehair and all that stuff, and I've even tried ones that have like the plastic bristles with the little knob on the end, like a regular hairbrush. Yeah. None of those seem to do the trick. No. So, but this is pretty. I mean, you guys' brush is awesome, without a doubt. 30 Days says, beanies and a little beard oil. He's talking about how to protect our heads in the wintertime. Yeah, that'll do it.
That does it.
Yep. Let's see. Jenny says, my husband feels like his beard has stopped growing. He uses all of your products daily. Does he need to trim off some to stimulate growth? Any advice?
I would say no, as far as trimming to stimulate growth, because a lot of people, they think they're going to be able to trim the end, and that but it grows from up here. Yep. So this is what you have to watch, and it'll stall and it'll quit growing if you're not doing everything right. But if you're keeping the pH balance, like with an apple cider vinegar rinse, we sell it, or just make it yourself. And I use a shampoo brush to exfoliate and stimulate it. And then don't go crazy with the oil and balm and clog the pores up, I think. And try those things, and that really should make a difference. And don't wash it. Tell them not to wash it as often. I wash mine probably once every 2 weeks, maybe, and every week or so I'll put conditioner in it, a really good all natural conditioner.
Yep. But, and I will say too that, and we touched on this last week as well. Make sure your diet's right. If your if your protein is low, if you're not getting an adequate amount of protein, your hair is made up of protein, and your hair sacrifices. If you're not getting enough protein, your body's going to use what protein you are getting to repair muscle cells and things of that nature, and stuff like hair is going to be sacrificed.
Yeah.
So you need to make sure a good rule of thumb. If you're not working out strenuously or you don't have an extremely physical job, a good rule of thumb for protein is 0.8 grams per pound of lean body mass to 1 gram per pound of lean body mass. And what I mean by lean body mass is without body fat. So you want to try, I mean, you can do an estimate. There are several calculators on there that will give you a rough estimate of what your body fat percentage is. You can find them online. So I would do something like that. They're not going to be super accurate, but it gives you a starting place, and then hit the protein 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of lean body mass. Make sure you get that protein up. Otherwise, doesn't matter what you do with balms or anything else like that. It's, you know, the hair is just not going to grow.
And like you said last week, John, water is a big thing people don't think about, but keeping because it'll dry out. Your hands will dry out. Your lips will dry out if you're not drinking enough water in the wintertime. And I hadn't had chapped lips for years, but I drink a gallon of water every day.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
So,
indeed.
yeah,
Yes, indeed. Okay, let's see. Tom says, that's my problem. I bought the comb from you guys. Now he's going to have to buy a cactus brush too.
Yeah.
30 Days says, I got a Kent on my keychain. Well,
Yeah.
you know, maybe we should do that, Eric. Maybe we should make a little smaller cone that we could put on a keychain.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I didn't. You're right. Kent has a real small one that folds up. It folds in half. It's almost like a mustache comb, but you can use it for your beard. Is that what you're talking about, 30 Day? Let me know in the comments. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to tell you what. We got one more commercial. I'm going to come back, and if you guys have any more questions, put them in here. And if not, we're going to wrap this puppy up.
All right.
All right, let's see here. I got to make sure I get the right one first. And we are back. All right. Well, I didn't see any more questions come in. Jenny, you are more than welcome for the advice.
You're welcome.
That's what we're here for. By all means, anytime. We're going to be here every Wednesday night around this time. So if you guys have any questions, and I typically try to post the Facebook, the notification a few days ahead of time. So if you guys think of questions throughout the week, you can literally comment on that post and put your questions in there. And then we'll have a whole bunch of questions when we get started that we can get right to answering for you guys. Okay, let's see. Got a couple more comments here real quick and then we'll wrap this thing up. 30 Days says, I just use Ket's T81. I think that I drilled a hole in it and put a ring on it. Oh, he used a Kent T81.
Yeah.
All right, I got you. Just gotta wipe any pocket fuzz off of it before combing the stash. Yeah, you want to do that. You don't want to put the pocket fuzz in the stash. That wouldn't be a good thing for sure.
Not that stash anyway.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
a good looking one.
Tom wants to know if we're still up to meet in Pittsburgh this summer to go to Eddie V's. Absolutely, dude. We are doing that. We're doing that, and I'm going to make sure. I'm going to try to do it on a week where I know that Seth Feroci has said that they're going there on the weekend because I mean, I'm a steak eating fool, but I'm going to meet that idiot. That's what I'm going to do because he's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Let's see what else. 30 Days says set your notifications so you get notified every time. Just did that myself. There you go, man. That's all you got to do.
Yep.
Without a doubt. And just so you guys know, when we do these live shows, we have the replay that is here on Facebook, and we also put this over on the Mountaineer Brand YouTube channel. So make sure you guys get over to the YouTube channel, subscribe, hit the bell so that way you get notified when we put new videos up there. We put these videos up there. They do all kinds of other content. So, you know, it's a really good place to check out. Let's see. I'm pretty sure that's about it. You got anything else, Eric?
No. Just thanks everybody for watching us. And
yes, absolutely.
Glad to have you.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. You guys coming in and talking to us makes us a whole lot easier. Otherwise, Eric and I are just talking to ourselves, and we're both looking at a camera, and he's drinking tequila and I'm drinking water, and you know, it's nowhere near as much fun as when you guys come in and interact with us. So one other thing, like I said, I want to remind everybody once again, for anybody that came in late, you got an hour and a half. So if you haven't already commented, if you want to have a chance to win some of the CBD products, the balm, the migraine roller, the drops, or the nutrition plan, hashtag nutrition or hashtag CBD, put it in the comments. And that way,
there's some good prizes.
Yeah, they are. There's some really good prizes, without a doubt. I think next week I'm going to give away some exogenous ketones. So if anybody's interested in trying those out, you definitely want to be in here next week for next week's live. I think I'm going to give away 3 bottles of exogenous ketones. So yeah, that should be a good thing.
That's the stuff that you're doing, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. That's the ketocrine exogenous ketones. So, all right, guys. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. Thanks again for everybody showing up, and be looking for the poll that we're going to put on the Facebook page, because we want topic ideas from you guys. Okay. We'll put a couple out there to start it, but then you'll be able to add your own suggestions and people can vote on them and all that good stuff. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled on the page for that. And, you know, we'll get these, you guys give us the topics and we'll make it happen.
Yep.
Sound good?
All right.
All right, my friend. All right, guys, we're going to see you next Wednesday around the same time. Take care.
Yep. See you guys.